We recently discovered that we had a nest of robins in our lilac bush. It's the third one we've had in our backyard in the last 5 years. The other two were in the same spot, on the back of our garage. That was nice because we could see them and watch the miracle of the babies growing and eventually leaving the nest. That plus I could shoot them pretty easily. This time it was a bit harder with all the leaves in the way. I'm sure the parents liked the privacy though. I tried to be as unobtrusive as possible while getting some shots of them. Watching the neighborhood robins at work always makes me feel like a slacker. They seem to work non-stop at finding worms. Parent robins work even harder. They were always off finding worms. Then they'd pop in, feed the babies, and pop off to find more. Even though I tried to stay out of the parents' way, I couldn't resist sticking the camera up in the nest while they were off. One of the parents came back while I was still shooting, and they didn't trust me after that. It wasn't long before we went from 2 babies to 1. I came out one day, and it had happened. The one baby seemed eager to follow his sibling out of the nest. For a whole day he stood on the edge of the nest, chirping his excitement. Then finally he jumped out. We didn't see it actually happen, so the parents may have pushed him. He hopped along the fence and sat on top of an old bench in the corner. He stayed there for a while with the parents occasionally feeding him. There was another robin sitting on the back fence watching the action. I think it was a young one because of the white chest and black spots. In my mind, I believe it's the baby that left the nest a day or so earlier. It looks a little big, but it's possible. Then, being a crazy young kid, the guy on the bench soon got bored and hopped along the back fence and ended up on a fake rock for a while. From there he hopped up into a different bush. That's where he spent the night. I checked the next morning and there was no sign of him. I hope both of the chicks made it. Now the nest is totally empty. The last one got reused the next year. We'll see what happens with this one.